Hey guys, what is going on? This is Karthik from YFG and we are here to talk about Island of Nine, and I'm making this video just to show you guys some settings and an important tweak which I just saw on Reddit, and it makes a huge difference. So if you go into your settings and you just started the game, you'll see that your display mode, usually I think you should use full screen. So it says full screen, but if I press my Windows button, as you can see, this comes out. That means it's not actually on full screen, it's on windowed mode. And windowed mode in this game is a little bit of an issue because it has input lag, which I've actually noticed. So to change this, what you need to do when you start the game for the first time, change it to windowed mode and back to full screen mode. Okay, now when I press my Windows button, as you can see, I just pressed it. It actually didn't go to the taskbar, so that's how I know it's working. And it makes a huge difference because in training mode, I checked it out, the windowed mode has an input lag, but the full screen mode doesn't, and it actually increases your FPS in the game. So that is crazy, and it should be fixed, but it's until it's not, you should know this, because it's important in a game like this where you don't need any input lag, trust me. And going about the settings, not much over here. I've only set the anti-aliasing to high to check out if it causes a rather big FPS difference, because I usually like to have like a clean look, but actually it causes a little bit of blur, which I don't like. Rest of the settings, texture, you can actually set it to higher, but in these kind of games, I really like to have everything on low. I don't like any effects or post-processing going on, because it is a distraction which I don't want in the game like this, where suddenly if somebody comes around me and there's a fucking explosion going on, I don't want that. So I've everything on low. View distance can be on epic, but I think it should be as high as possible. I don't know if players render differently with the different view distances. I think usually it should not be like the case in a case of a battle royale, but we have to find out, because the game came out just yesterday. I'll do some testing and tell you guys if it's the case. And other than that, I think you should turn depth of field effects off, because I'll show you what happens. What will happen is, think about this, okay? You kill the guy over there, okay? You have a gun in your hand. I'll just take a gun. You have a gun in your hand and you're checking out your inventory. As you can see now, there's no depth of field, and I can actually see if somebody's coming from somewhere, okay? And if I have this on, I'll just turn it on in inventory mode. As you can see, I mean, I can still see, but it's blurred, and even though the effect looks nice, I don't want that, okay? So I'll advise you to turn that off, okay? And enable one of these, or you can even enable two of these during hipfire mode. If you don't have this enabled in hipfire mode, you'll actually not have any crosshair, so that will be an issue. You don't want to be using hipfire most of the time, but having a crosshair in hipfire mode I think is important. So you can just have this like this, make its opacity to 100, usually it's not at 100, and change the scale to whatever you want. I like to keep it at 30. Alright, so streamer mode, I think it hides the coordinates and server address, which is usually, if you're not a streamer, it's not important. Control, it's up to you, how do you want to set it. So yeah, that's there. This is not on by default, and I think you should turn it on by default, so that's something you should be turning on. And bindings, you can see for yourselves if you like what I'm using, but I think you should have your own kind of bindings, because trying somebody else's bindings actually messes you up. The most important thing was display mode, and you should change it as soon as possible. So I'll be coming out with other videos of this game, because I'm actually enjoying the game, even though I've only played like 6 matches, and in like 4 or 5 of those matches I was just testing out my settings and my mouse settings and stuff like that, and my display settings. So yeah, thank you for watching guys, and I hope it helped you.